Eddie suck, but we do it anyway. Because the memories that we make with family are everything. Family photo sessions with matching outfits suck, but we do it anyway. Because finding those photos years from now will make you laugh and cry. And you know what else really sucks? Getting screened for cancer, but not as much as letting things go undetected or untreated. So do it anyway. Screening can save your life from cancer, or even help prevent certain types of cancer, which will give you even more years of doing things that don't suck. For more information, visit getscreenedforcancer.org today.
Mammogram, colonoscopy, pap test. You need to go screen for cancer.
Are you a night owl? If so, fly on over to Merrill Steel and check out our options for second shift. We currently have openings for every position, and we offer a $1.60 shift premium, flexible schedules, and voluntary Fridays. Fly online at merrillsteel.com/employment.
Up North at 4 with Nate and Jeff starts now.
Good afternoon, I'm Nate Myhock, and welcome to Up North at 4. Today on our show, the ADRC is holding workshops later this month. We'll hear about how that can help you. Plus, with the winter sports season in full swing, Ski Brule lets us know what's going on in their neck of the woods. We'll get to all that in a bit, but first, here's your top forward 4. A lot of football fans started speculating about the future of Packers quarterback Aaron Rodgers. Was Sunday's loss his final game? Who's to say? But I can almost guarantee that longtime kicker Mason Crosby will call it quits this offseason. But luckily, a replacement might be right in Green Bay's backyard. Mackenzie Shep is a high school senior in Marshall, Wisconsin. And since the 8th grade, she's been suiting up for the football team. This past fall, she was even named to the all-conference list. And now she's hoping to continue kicking at the college level, but perhaps more importantly, she's also inspiring a whole new generation of girls, as one of her coaches said that his daughter is now interested in learning how to kick so she can play football like Mackenzie. And hey, if she can knock down 40-yarders consistently, I'm all for seeing her in the green and gold. You know, working here at Newswatch 12 sometimes feels like working at a zoo. Actually, most of the time it does. But now a town in California is becoming the zoo itself. Nipton, California has just 20 residents and about 10 permanent buildings. And about 6 years ago, the town was purchased with the idea of turning it into a marijuana-themed retreat. However, that plan burned up, so Nipton went right back onto the market. And last year, Spiegelworld bought the town for $2.5 million. It's an entertainment company with shows in Vegas and across the country, but their goal is to turn Nipton into a sort of global headquarters, a place for performers to visit or settle in between trips. The permanent residents will be allowed to stay, and I guess if you have free entertainment like, I don't know, trapeze artists delivering your mail, why leave? And speaking of free entertainment, a deer crashing through the front of a butcher shop in Minnesota makes for a funny video, even if the owner doesn't agree herself. Melissa Evans was in the back room when their unexpected guest came flying through the front entrance, and at first she was worried someone had driven through the glass or the ceiling had come crashing down. Instead, it was just a confused white-tailed deer. Nobody is exactly sure why the deer sprinted through the glass door like a relay race, but it did leave the same way it came through another window. It did also left a calling card, a hole in the wall in the shape of its head. The shop will be closed while repairs take place, but for Evans, she's hoping the word of mouth will make for some more traffic, hopefully, though, in the form of paying human customers and not deer. And so a deer destroying your business is probably pretty stressful, and that calls for a nice cocktail to calm you down. And if for some reason you feel like a virgin cocktail is more your speed, well, say less. Molson Coors is bucking the trend of their usual libations. The company is launching a zero-proof cocktail in a can. Roxy will come in 3 flavors: passion fruit, pineapple, and mango. And look, if you don't drink or you're taking part of Dry January, good for you. Just not sure why juice or sparkling water doesn't work instead of a canned quote-unquote cocktail. And Chief Meteorologist Jeff Weller joining us now live in studio. Jeff, you got a guest here with you. What's going on today?
I do. My best buddy Rodney is back. Of course, Rodney from Tomahawk. You all right, Tomahawk?
Yeah.
And you're going to school and you love meteorology. So Rodney and I are BFFs because he loves meteorology and I do too. So we are going to do the weather today. So Rodney, outside today, what do we got? We got some fog and...
right there it's 31.
Yeah, 31 degrees.
Wind. There was wind.
Yeah, it's kind of foggy and dreary outside today, right? A little icy out there too. Okay, press the button. What we got going on in Wausau? Over in Wausau, temperatures are hanging out.
That's 34.
Yeah, it's 34. A little warmer there, so above freezing. Are we melting some snow in Wausau today?
No.
Well, a little bit because we're above freezing, right? Just a little bit. Okay, press your button. What do we got going on going forward? Temperatures.
It's now.
All right, where's your hometown? Where is it on the map? Can you show me?
Tomahawk.
Yeah, there it is right there. Tomahawk, right?
33. Come in with 33. 31. Over there. 30.
Yeah, so temperatures. Remember we said the average high temperature is what? 23. And so most of us are above that today, right?
Today.
All right, press your button. What we got going on? So outside, going forward, temperatures. What's the cold day? Friday. When you're in school on Friday, 23. But until then, temperature's kind of okay, right?
Okay.
All right. What else we got going on? So going forward, the wind.
Wind.
Did you feel any wind coming in today?
No.
No wind at all. So that gave us some what? 0. And also, if you press your button, there's some fog out there, right? So it looked like this when you were driving in with your parents today.
Yeah.
The fog is pretty dense out there, isn't it?
Dense.
Is it hard to see?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. So press your button again. We'll show you how hard it is to see. This is the visibility out there now.
This now.
Yeah, and this is in miles, right?
Miles.
So
1 mile in Tomahawk, Renner, 7.25.
So it's pretty foggy out there.
Yeah.
It's pretty foggy.
Yeah.
It's going to get even more foggy tonight, too.
Yeah.
All right, get your button. What do you got going on next? So.
We are inside, right? Right.
So we got clouds, low clouds around here.
Well, here.
Well, what's happening across California? Remember the big storm over here?
Yeah.
But that storm is going to do what? It's going to go to our south, right? So that's going to stay away from us. So not much snow in our forecast. All right. Press your button. What do we got going on tonight?
Us forecasting tonight.
Yeah.
Right. Forecast was 27.
And the normal was 4. That's pretty warm then, right?
Yeah, for forecast is up.
Yeah, with some dense fog. We'll be back here in a couple minutes.
They come in.
Love you, buddy.
Northland Basement Systems is the all things basementy company. Basement waterproofing, basement finishing, basement structural repair, humidity and mold control, and nasty crawl spaces too. When it comes to basement solutions, nobody does it better than we do. Since 1991, homeowners just like you in the Northland have trusted Northland Basement Systems for all things basementy in their homes. Call Northland Basement Systems today to schedule a free home evaluation.
Bag sale, 15% off. So I was thinking we could fix up a few things around here. New cordless drill, so we can finally hang those pictures. LED bulbs, that'll help with the electric bill. Picked up some toothpaste for us. Always need batteries. New coat of paint for the mudroom. And finally, something to unclog that basement sink.
The bag is back. Hurry in and get 15% off everything you can fit in the bag now at Menards.
Are you suffering from plantar fasciitis or heel pain? The Family Foot and Ankle Clinic staff can treat your issues conservatively or with state-of-the-art surgical techniques. We are highly trained in the latest treatments and procedures to get you back on your feet as quickly as possible. Most surgical intervention is done on an outpatient basis. So don't wait. See how Family Foot and Ankle Clinic can help make your life enjoyable again. Call our office today to schedule your visit at any of our convenient locations.
Planning an exciting outdoor excursion? You need the app from the weather team you can rely on. The WJFW Weather Watch app, featuring hourly and daily forecasts, high-resolution imagery, and opt-in push alerts to let you know when severe weather approaches. With all these features, you'll know the best days to cast a line or when it will be perfect to explore the wilderness. The WJFW Weather Watch app is available in your app store now. Weather Watch 12, from where you live.
Welcome back to Up North at 4. Jennifer Sackett and Barbara Retto joining us now from the ADRC, a new workshop coming up just a couple of weeks, January 23rd, Healthy Living with Diabetes. So Jennifer, tell us what is going on with this workshop.
Well, it's a 6-week workshop, and it is all about learning different techniques and different coping skills to deal with diabetes.
Okay.
You can be either a person that has diabetes, someone that has pre-diabetes, or someone that lives with someone that has diabetes.
Oh, okay, okay. So I do know this is a problem, a disease. Is that the right term, a disease? It's a disease that affects a lot of people across the U.S., but I'll be honest, I don't know much about it. So is that sort of what the mindset was? Just like, let's kind of get the word out there, get that education out there, and just what you can do to either be ready or just to help?
Kind of both. So it is one of those, it's an evidence-based program. Okay. So that means it's been tested and run through many different trials. And when people follow this program as it's directed, it will help to better their lives and make the effects of diabetes a little bit less.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and you mentioned it's a 6-week program. That's a long time to lots of people, but there's an adjustment phase here, right, where there's lots of people living with people with diabetes, and it's a disease that affects the entire family.
Absolutely.
And it can go from bad to worse really quickly, so it's important to know, for families to know what to look for, signs that things aren't going the right direction. Am I right or wrong? And what are some of those signs when things aren't going the right way? Like, I know blood sugar being low, but what can you see in a person that shows that?
Well, blood sugar being low, blood sugar being high. You can jump in here too. Barb was actually a participant last time we did the workshop, and she thought it helped so much that she...
It covers lots of the education portion of it, and it gives you menus and gives you ideas of how to manage your diabetes, and also the signs to look for. And the signs for low blood sugar and high blood sugar sometimes are the same. So sometimes those are difficult things for family members to identify in their children, their spouses, other people and members of their family that might have diabetes. So it's a way for us to reach out to the community in order to give them tips on ways that they can help others to live with it.
Absolutely. So this starts January 23rd. I got a few more questions I want to ask you too. So we're going to take a quick break though. You guys mind sticking around for a little while?
Yep, that's good.
Sounds good. All right, we're going to be right back on Up North at 4.
Who doesn't love ice cream? Enter the Birthday Club contest at WJFW.com for your chance to win a free single scoop of ice cream from the country store of Eagle River. Watch Newswatch 12 today, Monday through Friday, to see the lucky winner of the day.
Now get an Escape, Edge, or Explorer SUV with 0% APR financing for 36 months, only at your Wisconsin and UP4 dealers.
Bruce Orthodontics, changing lives one smile at a time. Rhinelander, Minocqua, Eagle River, Phillips, and the greater Northwoods area. Treating patients of all ages.
Newswatch 12's Dan Hagan, Jessica Jukic, and meteorologist Jeff Weller bring you the news from where you live and weather of the Northwoods. Watch Dan, Jessica, and Jeff weeknights on WJFW NBC 12. All your local news is just a swipe away with the new and improved Newswatch 12 mobile app. Download the app on all your devices for local news, school closings, full video newscasts, and more. Newswatch 12. News from where you live.
Menke Automotive is your new neighbor in central Wisconsin. So now you've got a friend in the auto business. Menke Automotive prides ourselves on having happy employees because happy employees make for happy customers. When you need a new Buick, GMC, or Mazda, expert service, precision body work, or just a hot cup of coffee, come in and get to know us at Menke Automotive at the old Fred Miller location on Grand Avenue in Schofield. Menke Automotive, your new neighbors in central Wisconsin.
Weather Watch 12 with Devin Biggs, 5 to 7 a.m.
All right, welcome back to Up North at 4. We're joined by Jennifer and Barb from the ADRC to talk about their Healthy Living with Diabetes, a 6-week workshop starting on January 23rd. And Barb, you were just telling us that last year you were a participant in the workshop, and it struck such a nerve with you. It stuck with you so much that you decided, I want to become a facilitator. I want to get trained. What was it about the workshop that
I've taken many workshops about how to manage diabetes, but this particular one covers all of the details. It's not only about dieting and how to. It covers things like the emotional ups and downs with the disease, the fact that it is a lifelong disease. It is something that you have to learn how to maintain and how to live as healthy a life as you can while maintaining it.
And I'm curious too. Diabetes to me is one of those diseases that is hard to manage. It's complicated, right? When you get that diagnosis, are people in denial of this is a lifelong commitment now that I'm in? I have no choice. Is that hard for people to digest that? Like, is there like an emotional piece to that to get over?
Absolutely.
What was that like for you?
Absolutely. I was in denial for many years. And then even though I was kind of going through the motions and I knew what to look for, I knew what I was supposed to eat, it's still, until you make that mental transition that this is a lifelong disease and it's not going to go away, then it's just a roller coaster of ups and downs of learning to live with it. So yeah, it is emotional. It is very emotional, and I was in denial for many years.
Yeah. And if you don't take care of it, there are lots of consequences that happen.
Right.
There's amputations that happen. You go blind. There's all different sorts of.
Yeah. Where you have to do something. Like, this is going to hurt, but you have to do something. This course helps people through that process.
Yes.
Okay.
And so, Barb, obviously this helped you a lot, and I'm sure it helped a lot of other people in the community. And it starts this year, January 23rd. It's 6 weeks. Is this pre-register? You can show up the day of? How does this work here?
Pre-register. Just call the ADRC, 715-369-6170. Let them know that you want to sign up for the class, and it includes a book, which is a resource book, and lots of information, and we usually have a pretty fun time while we're doing it.
Hey, Barb decided to come back. So clearly,
Yeah, she came and took the class with me and decided I wanted to do this again, and she's going to teach it with me this time.
Awesome. So much fun. Well, thank you both for coming on and sharing the story and telling us more about this workshop. Check it out if you're interested. In the meantime, though, we are going to take a break and Up North at 4. Be right back after this.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Efficiencies are critical, which is why you need a lender who will find the right loan structure for a strong financial future. You need a lender to look out for your whole farm operation. Ag Country.
It's a fact. Problems with your basement don't get better with time. They get better with SureDry. SureDry has been fixing wet basements, foundation, and concrete issues for over 25 years. There are plenty of people who can promise you a solution, but SureDry delivers. You have a home and a family to protect, and our experts will provide a permanent solution that gives you the confidence you need to sleep at night. Schedule your free estimate today.
Attention homeowners. Are you behind on your mortgage payments? Is the bank threatening to take your home? Is your home worth less than you owe? If you answered yes to any of these questions, then you need to call this number right now. It won't cost you anything to find out if we can help you. We are the Mortgage Defense Line, and we can help you save your home. Don't wait. Call right now.
Call 1-800-970-8640. That's 1-800-970-8640.
Get up to 80% off list prices during our huge inventory reduction sale at Slumberland Furniture. $20 million worth of furniture and mattresses must go. Lowest prices around on TV consoles, recliners, bar stools, sofas, mattresses, and lots more. Get the deal of a lifetime on clearance, one-of-a-kinds, scratch and dents, and more. Stores are packed with merchandise that must go. Up to 80% off at the huge inventory reduction sale on now at Slumberland Furniture.
Welcome on back to Up North at 4. Joining me now is Jessica Polich from Ski Brule, way up in the UP. You're way up north, Jessica. Ski Brule, you guys opened, you said before Thanksgiving, so you have a decent amount of time under your belt. What has the season been like so far as we get through mid-January now?
The season's been fantastic. Mother Nature has been so kind, blanketing us with lots of fresh snow this year, which is typically unusual for the month of December. So getting that extra snow really toughened up the base. It's beautiful. And the trees, the cross-country trails are open. So there's so many activities you can do at Ski Brule right now.
Totally. I'm kind of curious, though, just from your perspective, you're talking about you got a good base of snow right now. What makes the base good? Do you like the heavy snow to start the season, then maybe you get a freeze in just so it kind of thickens up a little bit and then more snow on top? Like, what goes into this?
Well, to make the best snow surface that we have that'll last the longest, it all comes down to snowmaking. When you make snow correctly in the start of the season to form that base, then everything after that is just a bonus. So we will take the man-made or Brule-made snow and mix that with Mother Nature's snow, and it doesn't get much better than that. Mother Nature's snow is not as dense, and it doesn't hold up quite as well as Brule-made snow. So having that Brule-made snow mixed in is perfect. Makes our season go well into April.
Perfect. And so you guys started opening the season right before Thanksgiving. When did the snowmakers turn on? Before that, or were they going through December?
We turned on the snowmakers in early November. A few days of warm spell shut them down in early November. But we got enough to open up for our Thanksgiving race camp and have a great time during that. And then we were able to shut down the snowmaking machines before the Christmas holidays. So Ski Brule was 100% open on December 26th, including the cross-country trails and the snowshoe trails and the tubing and the sleigh rides and all the extra amenities.
Awesome. So yeah, you guys have a lot of stuff going on at Ski Brule, and I'm kind of curious though. For you, are you a skier, a snowboarder, cross country skiing? What are you into these days, Jessica?
Well, I'm a snow person. It doesn't matter what it is. As long as you're on snow, I'm having a great time. I ski, I snowboard, I cross country, I snowshoe. Snowshoeing the trails here at Ski Brule, they are just outstanding, remarkable. All the nature that you see, you get glimpses of the Brule River Trail. So yeah, truly anything that is outdoors and on snow, I'm into.
Just any type, anything. Give me all the snow, right?
Really,
that's where you're at.
We 2 nights ago, my son and I were bringing the ponies up to the Homestead Lodge, and we didn't have skis on to walk down. So what does my son do? He rolls the whole way down the hill. So again, it doesn't matter what you're doing as long as you're having fun.
I was gonna say, why not, right? If it's there, you may as well. So I'm glad you brought up snowshoeing though, Jessica, because my co-host Jeff Weller is a snowshoe hater. He hates snowshoeing.
Really?
I know. I think he's nuts, but we don't have to get into it right now. What would you say to him to, I guess you could say, recruit him to come snowshoe at Ski Brule? What do you guys have there that would change his mind when it comes to snowshoeing?
Well, the trails are packed and groomed, so it's not super difficult walking. It'll be easy for him. You can go on the ungroomed area if you'd like, but we can make it nice and easy peasy for him. And he can walk down the trail, and truly getting the glimpses of the Brule River and listening to the water and looking around and not seeing anything except for the countryside and animals. I mean, it's spectacular. It's just you and the woods, peace, serenity. Oh, I love it.
You can't go wrong with it. And trust me, I'm on your side. I enjoy snowshoeing the times I've gone. I don't know about him. He confuses me many times. All right, though, Jessica, I got to be honest with you. I used to be into snowboarding, used to go a lot. I haven't gone in a while. It's been since I was in like high school. So we're talking like 10 years ago now. It's been a while. Let's just say I wanted to kind of knock the rust off a little bit. Do you guys offer lessons for folks who are hoping to kind of get into winter sports activities?
Absolutely. Lessons are available every day that we're open. Private lessons or semi-private lessons for snowboarding. We do have rental equipment. If your gear is 10 years old, I would say rent some of our new snowboards. And once you fall in love with them, then go up to the pro shop. We sell a package. It's just $450 for the package. So it's economical to be able to get everything. You know, you get the snowboard, the bindings, and the leash. So it's a good time. And we have terrain for everything. You know, beginning terrain. We have the extra terrain. The snowboard park. I've just posted some videos of our park on our Facebook page. So whether you're a first timer or get the rust off your board type of guy or a seasoned veteran, I mean, there's something here for everyone.
Well, perfect. I might have to run up there one of these weekends to get away. And like you said, let's see if I can knock the rust off a little bit. But Jessica, I really appreciate you taking the time to chat with me. This is all I had for you. And maybe we'll convince Jeff that snowshoeing can be fun. Does that sound like a plan?
Let's plan to have you come out. I'll teach you how to snowboard again. I'll take Jeff out. We'll go down the cross-country trails and the snowshoe trails, and we'll build a little campfire. I'll give him some marshmallows, or roast marshmallows. It'll be a good time.
He needs to be pampered. He's like that. All right, Jessica, thank you so much for taking the time. We're going to take a break, though, and Up North at 4. We'll be right back after this.
Right now, get an F-150 with 0% APR financing for 36 months, plus $1,000 bonus cash and $500 accessories cash.
Zabel Door Company is expanding to better serve our customers and will be moving to the west side of Merrill in the near future. Don't get mad. Call Zabel's. Zabel's Door Company in Merrill knows a small accident can disrupt the security and function of your home. That's why Zabel's can be at your home within 24 hours for emergency service. Our trained technicians are ready to assist you if any emergency occurs to get your home back to normal. Don't get mad. Call Zabel's.
Hi, you know me. I'm Karen from the Hearing House. Have you noticed there's a lot of talk about hearing aids lately? That's because they improved so much. Our clients tell us things are clearer, more natural sounding, music sounds better, and they hear better in background noise. But wait, that's not all. They love the Bluetooth streaming with their smartphones and their TVs. If you want to learn about better hearing, call the Hearing House. Hearing aids are all we do, so we do it right.
A Hearing House. This is a special report for people who want the facts about reverse mortgages without the hype. You've seen a lot of commercials telling you how you can turn the equity in your home into tax-free cash. But do you really know if a reverse mortgage loan can help you? Call today. For a limited time only, we'll send you a free special report. Reverse mortgages, facts without the hype. Did you know that not everyone over 62 can qualify? And you can choose to receive your money monthly or in a lump sum. Call us today and get all the facts you need. You'll speak with an experienced reverse mortgage advisor who will give you honest answers to your questions and even provide a free personalized assessment. This is a big decision. Get the facts with this free special report. Reverse mortgages, facts without the hype. There's no obligation, and the call is free. So don't delay.
Call 1-800-737-5145. That's 1-800-737-5145.
Yeah, for real. Here we go.
Welcome back to Up North at 4. Forgot to mention ADRC. You can pick up this sheet of information with all their workshops. You can pick that up at the location. But Jeff, Rodney, it was a busy show today, and you crushed it on weather again.
Crushed it.
You got a future in this, Rodney.
You're so awesome and amazing. We got some fog, though, right?
Yeah, got some fog, dance fog.
Yep, and it's going to last through tonight into tomorrow.
Into tomorrow morning.
Careful driving home. Okay.
You too.
Okay, thanks.
Well, thank you, too, for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow on Up North.
ELM Repair in Edgar is a family-owned and operated full-service diesel repair shop. From pickups to semi-trucks to heavy equipment and RV service. If it runs on diesel, we can repair it. Want more power and better mileage? Our experienced professionals will get your truck running and at peak performance. With a state-of-the-art dyno and fully stocked parts department, we can even come out to you with our 24-hour mobile repair service. ELM is always looking for passionate and talented people to join our team. The Diesel Doctor. Have it done right the first time.